Easily. Yeah. And being the greatest, small businesses aren't the only ones going through a tough time amidst the spread of COVID-19. Large corporations that you thought couldn't close their doors or empty their offices are doing just that. But how do you seamlessly switch from working in an office to working from home? Well, CEO of Digital Global Marketing Limited, Kemal Brown, is here to help us understand what we need to do to work from home. As best as we can. Sir B, all right. So I know I know your agency is is built on technology.
Yeah.
And you working from home isn't that hard for
That's
you.
just you.
You know?
Yeah, we actually been working from home since 2016.
Yeah.
That's why I implemented the digital policy within the company. And yeah, so this was a pretty seamless switch. Literally, I just told the team, listen, we're closing the office until further notice. That was it. Because we already work virtually. Matter of fact, we only come in office really Mondays just to see a face-to-face to kind of facilitate culture, to build culture.
Yeah. So what about the companies who are not with that culture? Because there are a lot of companies and a lot of bosses who believe that you have to be at work to be productive.
Yeah, man, because I know a lot of bosses or a lot of leaders look at, virtual work. They assume that you're kind of sitting in your pajamas and you're relaxing and playing with your dog and stuff. But I think, we actually foresaw this challenge and we developed a guide. We actually developed a guide. It launched yesterday. We've been in the media a bit about it, and it's actually geared towards helping small businesses, large companies to kind of change how they operate. Clearly, virtual work won't apply to everyone. Certain industries just it can't work. Clearly, if you're in construction, you can't. Well, you can.
By myself.
Netflix. No. There's Netflix. I think Netflix Party it's called, and you can actually watch. That's one of the recommendations in the book. Yeah, you can watch movies with your team or with whoever.
That's not what
Just
I mean.
talking
I mean,
about
I can't
like to
perform
perform.
my job.
Oh, I
at home.
see. I see. You can. Live stream.
Get your team.
Live stream. Tap in. Get a revenue source. Person have to pay for admission. There's many. There's
All
many.
right, so
I'm
tell
saying,
us some tips on how to seamlessly transition from working in the office to working
Well,
at
the
home.
funny thing, the first thing you have to do is kind of adjust your culture. You have to be open. Attitude is everything. Attitude comes before any technology, right? And so you have to try to help your team adapt by kind of, coaching them into this is what's going to happen. Before the technology comes in, the mindset has to be there, right? Because it's mind before matter. And so the mindset of, adapting, knowing that, this is going to change. First off, virtual work, let me do the disclaimer. It won't work for every body, it won't work for every company. Clearly, if you're in construction, you can't lift the blocks from the yard. The technology is not as advanced as yet. But there are certain components, back office, accounting, communication that can be facilitated. So while it is not a silver bullet, it's not going to solve all the problems that every company will be able to continue, and a lot of business continuity talks are taking place. It can help a wide variety of companies, mainly professional services, because you can do those from anywhere. Once you have the tools or what I call the software stack to facilitate it.
Yeah, but Kemal, we weren't ready for this. We weren't ready for this because I even think about my own workspace and my own office. To move from in office one day, at home the next day, my coworkers messaged me because I was still at work. Yeah. But they messaged me, I'm bored.
They're bored.
They're working from home, but they're bored.
Well, I mean,
them not have enough work apparently.
The funny thing is there have been
bored.
real dynamics that have taken place. Persons have lost contracts. Things have happened in quick succession.
Yeah.
So a lot of things are changing. But that is why we have to kind of future-proof our companies. This is not something new. I'm a global shaper under the WEF, the World Economic Forum, and it's something, the future of work is something that is debated and talked about a lot. And digital technologies and the fourth industrial revolution is something that, Jamaica and the wider world should be actually getting in tap with. I mean, we shouldn't wait until Corona, until, challenges to really try and adapt and change. And that is one of the things that we have to look at. What can we, because this is a new reality now. We don't know if something like this can happen again, God forbid, clearly. But the reality is, how do we change the working dynamics, corporate culture to facilitate virtual work? Flexi work is something I saw the government pursuing, but really and truly, when that policy hit the work from home policy, a lot of employers were like, how? What do I do? Et cetera, et cetera. And the whole non-essential thing, I think that's a misnomer in many ways because a lot of work that is essential can be done from home.
Indeed.
Right? And so it's really tied to the tools, right? So let me get into the tools a bit just to kind of give some pragmatic advice. Slack is a company that their stock shot up really. It's an international company. They basically facilitate a virtual workspace, right, for communication. It is my company could not operate without Slack. It is one of the best, most powerful tools. It facilitates seamless communication across your departments, project management. It's a whole gamut of communication. We've actually eliminated internal emails. We have not sent an internal email in Digital since 2016 because of this tool. Communication is faster, instantly searchable, and it's just really, really great to organize information in one cohesive tool. You have a lot of tools that help with project management, Trello, Asana. These are things that are in the guide. So I encourage persons to really go to the guide. We clearly can't jump into everything. I'm on our website, digitalglobal.com, and then you go to extras, free resources. It's free.
Oh, awesome.
It's free,
That's
and it's
amazing.
a really beautifully designed thing, if I do say so myself. Right? And it's really intuitive, and it really help a lot of persons. So yeah, those are actually 5 tools. There's Trello. Oh, they're on the website right now, on the mobile. Oh, cool. It's on the website. Yeah. So Zoom, virtual meetings. Meetings are very important, right? No, everybody's heard this term. This meeting could have been an email.
Yes.
Yep.
Right?
All the time.
Imagine if you could just click a button instead of getting up. Clearly, you must try to put on a shirt at least.
Yeah, and
You
come
know,
here.
I,
Right?
to be honest, I get up, I just grab my laptop. It's very bad. I'm in bed. You shouldn't do that. You should have a dedicated workspace. Not a lot of people are dedicated enough and have the mindset to focus. They might fall asleep in bed if they stay in the bed too long or whatever it is. So you need a dedicated workspace to access it. There's some fundamentals, right? Clearly, you need reliable internet. Looking at Flow and Digicel. You need reliable internet. You need electricity, right? And you're going to need a phone, laptop, tablet, some kind of device to actually use these tools. And the funny thing is, all of the tools have mobile apps complicit with them, so you can actually work from your phone, right? But the mindset, as I said, is the most important thing. You really have to shift that mindset to say, okay, this is something. When you're at work, when you're working from home, you're actually working.
Yeah.
You're not
So-
playing with your dog, doing everything else that you're not supposed to be doing. Yeah.
With I call next year 0 on AC after Corona.
Okay.
So next year, what do you see the world workspace looking like? Because I kind of feel like a lot of this is going to stick around.
You know, I think, we're going to put in a lot of contingencies around this. It's unprecedented. Airports, it's unprecedented, the level of change that Corona has brought.
Sudden.
And it's sudden, immediately, right? The workspace will be, clearly it's going to be heavily dedicated to digital services where possible. And where not possible, persons will try to have to find efficiencies that can be, leveraged within the digital space. Because the reality is, the world is heavily shifting from, internationally, a lot of persons, the shift was easier because persons would have had Microsoft Teams or different tools set up automatically or from a long time, because persons that are future thinkers, they're looking towards where's the world going, and that is where the world is going. Working from home, virtual meetings, augmented reality to interact with things, that's where the world is going. So I think, for countries like Estonia, for example, everything was already online, government services, everything there was no really big, apart from, the safety precautions, which everybody should be taking, washing hands and all that stuff. But in the context of country and business continuity, digital is the way forward. Once we can keep the infrastructure up, clearly, because digital requires the infrastructure to internet, dedicated lines, dedicated data centers, whatever it is, right? But it's really the future. We have to adapt. It's seamless. The benefits are endless. Literally, I made an analogy in the book. I said, 2 hours, many persons commute. It takes like 2 hours to get back and forth, depending on where you live, right? If you live in Portmore, it's taking a little time. Tight traffic, you might be an hour in, an hour out. That 2 hours annualized, right? It saves you literally a month. It's a month additional of work time. If you just eliminate that 2 hour commute, annualized, it's a month of additional time. When you put that in productivity terms, if a company's turnover is say 5 million a month, you just earn an additional 5 million by optimizing in this one area.
Them numbers, people.
That's just saying that 5 million, that's nothing compared to what large companies can actually save. Employee time, in terms of the employees too, the team members, you can eat at home, so you're not going out and buying lunch every day. It's a lot of savings, cross transport. Yes, a lot of
but also
savings.
The increase in family life. That's a major part of,
And funny enough, we have a section on mom and dads in the guide, right?
It's important.
So it's the increase in family life, but because children are home right now.
All right, so that's where I want to go next. Children are home, so the workplace is going digital. How about
And school is going very well. My friend Gordon Swaby has a platform called Edufocal. I'll give him a plug. Gordon. And Edufocal is somewhere you can actually go online. They're having live sessions right now, and he's opened up the platform with a lot of tools and resources for students.
Yeah.
But I believe you all actually have something as well.
School's not out.
School's not out, which is great, right? To help persons actually be taught. But in terms of school, literally for me, my background is political science, right? I have a master's in comparative politics. I run a digital agency. School has always been online for me. Coursera, there are tools, especially for individuals at home now, persons that might have been unfortunately let off. Don't just sit idle, upskill, level up, right? Because there's tools like Coursera, which is an online learning platform, edX, even YouTube.
So all of this is in the book? Like all of this information?
Yes, all of this is in the book, yeah?
Because
For free, because we have to support our country.
But what happens when you say for free, people, when you
Devalue it.
They devalue it because it's free.
All right, I
when
can
it
put
has-
some money on it.
No.
$500
wait
million.
Wait till after me take it and then.
But CEO of Digital Global Marketing Limited, Kemal Brown, sir, thank you
Thanks
very
for
much.
having me as always.
And keep it digital.
I will. It's in the name, right? It's in the
See
name.
what you did there. We'll be right back.